are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm good now. Everybody's favorite power couple is in front of me. And Dwyane, I love what you said of Gabrielle, your beautiful wife. You said, it's not my job to change who she is. It's my job to be a part of the evolution.
That was good. That was deep, babe.
You know, in relationships, you know, we come in and we try to change people. We try to change them to the way that we want them to be. But I decided to start taking a different approach, you know, in this relationship. I think early on I came in like, hey, you get 2 drink max, bop, 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 bop. And she didn't respond well to that.
No, it did not.
It was reasons for that too. Let me say that.
I have a good time.
Life of the party right here.
It's not the man leads and a woman follows. That's not what we live in this house, you know, at all. So it's not the man leads and a woman follows. It's not the man leads and a woman follows. It's not the man leads and a woman follows.
It's not the man leads and a woman follows.
It's not the man leads and a woman follows. It's not the man leads and a woman follows. It's not the man leads and a woman follows. For me, I have a wife that works just not just as hard, harder than I. And she had her own career. She had her own life before I came along. So from my perspective, it was like, okay, how can I be a part of the growth and the evolution of who she is, and not trying to change her or stunt her growth or make her in the way that I see fit.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Again, I want to applaud you. You go on Ellen, and you talk about the decision to support your daughter Zaya, and her decision to come out and live her truth was just such a beautiful thing. Tell me why that was important to you to start that conversation.
We've been put in a position of leadership, especially in our community. We've been put in a position of leadership, especially in our community.
We try to share our journey. We try to share it for other people that may be looking for answers, whether it's fatherhood, whether it's going through surrogacy.
And whether it's dealing with gender expression and gender sexuality, like we've had with our daughter. So God has given us, you know, nothing happens by mistake. God has given us, you know, nothing happens by mistake.
Have you ever had a dreams that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
A lot of women do enjoy, you know, providing fellatio. For sure, there needs to be some cunnilingus, same time. Or not, or directly after or before. And I said, you know, and then ask him to eat your ass.
You did say that in the book.
I did. And that's how we got to teach these kids. That's how we got to teach these kids. That's how we got to teach these kids. And I go, that's not.
And that's how we got to teach these kids.
And I said, you know, and then ask him to eat your ass.
You did say that in the book.
I did. And that's how we got to teach these kids. You got to really get them young and say, look, if you're going to be just offering blowjobs willy-nilly, there should be you know, some pleasure that you experience in return. It's only fair.
Is there an age limit for this conversation? Like, what's the youngest you would go for this?
Well, if we're talking about sexual gratification, I'm not here to police anyone and give you the right age or wrong age.
Yeah.
I know people who lost their virginity in their 30s, and they were like, it sucked. I could have done this much earlier. And I know people who lost their virginity, you know, in their teens, and it was a beautiful experience. So I'm not here to offer any sort of insight as to when you should, you know, begin your sexual journey. But what I'm saying is whenever that is, whenever you are having consensual sexual relationships, there should be equal pleasure. And we're not just the vessel for someone else's pleasure. This should be a symbiotic relationship.
Reciprocity.
Well, wait a second. So, okay, so if she gives the guy a blowjob, he goes down on her, she eats his ass. I mean, he eats her ass. Then does that mean she has to eat the man's butt?
I mean, if we're talking about, you know, equal time here, reciprocity.
Guys really aren't, at least the ones I know, ain't really into this.
That's what they say. That's what they're saying.
So
that's not what's happening.
How old were you when you first ate a butt?
Was it with the teddy bear?
The teddy bear. That teddy bear got it. From the rooter to the tutor, that's teddy bear.
Lift up the furry tail.
I liberated him.
Don't move, bear.
Yes.
No matter what you
enjoying this
feel.
bear. Yeah. No, I mean, listen, it's all about equality. And a lot of times, especially women feel like, I'm going to lose him if I don't do X, Y, Z.
Right.
And there's never any thought to the woman having any expectation of enjoying sex. I'm just a vessel for somebody else's, in sexual gratification. And we have to take that back. We have to demand, equality everywhere.
Well, go ahead, Heather.
I'm just so lost because I want to know how a guy know he like his butt to be eaten out. Like how do you know that as a guy?
Nobody knows that. Women don't know either.
OQ,
No, women don't know either.
OQ, chime in, OQ. OQ, chime in. Don't do that. Okay?
What is going on here? This is not normal. This is not how things are supposed to function.
Can somebody please tell me what the fuck is going on? I don't know.